On your right. Hold your line.
Alright guys, so welcome to the second last week of the Ferrari Challenge Season 4 in iRacing. We're at Watkins Glen this week, the short version of the track. And starting from P14 on the grid, so it's been an absolutely crazy week for us this week. Haven't had a chance to do much racing at all. In fact, this is the first time I've been in the rig since last week, but it is a track that I'm relatively familiar with from our previous league races, similar to the amount of experience that I had at Laguna Seca a couple of weeks ago. So the aim of today is to learn as much as I can from the guys around, hopefully gain some positions, hopefully keep it clean, although the bus stop chicane is always a tricky one. So yeah, let's get underway here. Let's see where everybody launches. Not sure what happens at the start of this track. Don't know where people gun it. Any moment now, I'm guessing. Yep, there we go.
Heads up, we're going green. Green, let's go, let's go.
Okay. Looks like I'm clear on the inside.
Well, 15 minutes left, that's 15 minutes.
Let's watch for dive bombers. Decent run. Oh boy, this could get spicy. What's gonna happen?
Good work on the start, mate, this is great.
Sensible driving by everybody there.
On your right. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right. Car right. Clear right.
Okay.
The lead car's pitting.
We had a little bit of rubbing there, but I think it was kind of inevitable.
On your left. Still there. Still there.
Leave space.
Clear left.
Well done, Will. You're looking really
Probably
good.
should have
Come
gone
on,
for
keep
the
your focus.
outside line there, but that's okay. That door was always going to close, so it probably would have been better off on the outside. Okay. Now I'm going to try and match these guys' pace, which isn't going to be easy.
109.22. P7.
Oh, here comes the spice again. Here it comes. Unfortunately, the need to back out there a little bit to avoid an accident's brought Matthew into contention now too. The whole pack's bunched up again. A good battle though.
New fastest lap for Patterson, 109.00. Okay, Will, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes. That lap time was 110.18.
See if we can slipstream up the inside here. No, close the door. Sensible. We'll switch to the outside here. Whoa! Whoa! Careful, careful.
Car left.
A little bit of a tap
Clear
there.
left.
Couldn't avoid it, but we managed to hit him square at least. It's the main thing when that happens. If you know you're going to hit somebody, try to hit them right in the middle and not on the side so you don't spin them. So we did get a 4x contact there, I think.
That lap was a 110.77.
Just trying to get as fast an exit
10
as I
minutes to go.
can.
That's 10 minutes left.
Got Brian right up with us. We're going to have to watch him. Trying to catch the slipstream here.
Patterson is now in the lead.
Woo! Oh, man. This is a good one. This is a good one.
That lap was a 110.25.
Little out of shape there on the exit. He's still with me. Now do I cover the inside and hope that he doesn't pinch me on the apex? I guess that's probably the move. And the concentration levels are through the roof because there's so much going on around me. Okay, we've got a bit of a gap again now. Trying to get back after Sergey. It's got to be now or never, I think.
Don't be intimidated. Keep them behind you.
Not as close as he was
Halfway home.
last
Got
lap,
plenty of
thankfully.
fuel.
Although he's gaining fast.
Car left. Clear left.
Sensible driving there. He's not doing anything silly. And now I know that I can trust him not to do some stupid dive bomb. I can drive a bit differently myself as well. Okay, we've got to try and get a really good exit here. Whoa! That's an off track.
All right, well, we just cut the
Tried a little
track.
bit too hard. Just trying to cover all the lines. He had to back out a little bit there, which has put him under pressure now too.
the sky in. The gap's now 0.8.
Okay. Bigger gap behind me again now. Brian is definitely a lot faster than me. It's going to be really interesting to look at the replay and see where I'm losing that time. The answer's probably everywhere again, but we'll see. We'll give it a good analysis. Here he comes. It's going to be right up alongside me.
Left side. Hold your line. Clear left.
That's 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes.
He's just not getting quite up alongside me to get the move done, and he's sensible enough not to just try and send it. But he may just send it on the last lap, we'll see. Okay, he's further behind this time. Yet again, we find ourselves out of position. Slipstreaming.
Car left. Clear left.
It's a shame, because if I wasn't having to be so defensive, I probably could catch Sergey, but I don't know. What a battle.
You've just done a 110.43. Okay, well, lap time's pretty consistent. Push now, the guy behind is catching. The gap in front is now 1.5 seconds.
Brian's under pressure again. Not as close this lap. Try and make a break for it while he's defending.
Yellow flag.
Oh, another one around. Set up to 6.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. P6. You've just done a 110.30.
Oh, losing some grip in the front now. Those two are really going at it. So I've sort of been trying to back Brian back into Matthew where I can without blocking or doing anything, you know, nothing unpredictable. Just trying to keep him so he's in defensive mode so he can't be full maximum attack against me. And it seems to be paying off now. Just gotta hope he can't catch me again.
Okay, well, you've got half your fuel left.
Okay, final lap. Come on, boys.
One more to go. Sectors 1 and 3 are 0.36 off the pace. Sector 2 is
Oh, he's
0.25
close. He's really
off
close.
the pace.
And I know he's going to be brave at this lap because it's now or never. Right up alongside
Car
me.
left. Clear left. On your left.
Where is he?
Hold your line. Still there. Clear left.
Still being sensible about it. Good man. Still under pressure here though.
Car right. Clear right.
Cover that inside line. Woo! Oh man, what a battle. That was epic. If you're watching, Brian, that was amazing, man. Thank you
6th
so
place.
much. That was
okay, it's over.
That was
Good
one of the
drive.
most enjoyable races I think I've ever had. And yeah, just when somebody drives sensibly like that, they're nice and clean. They don't do anything stupid. You know, you can have a good, clean battle like that. I was being pretty aggressive with my defense, but I wasn't doing anything, you know, unpredictable or stupid. And the result was an amazing race. So thank you so much for that, buddy. That was cool. All right, let's go. Whew. I'm pumping. Let's go have a look at the replay and then have a look at the results. Okay, so as always, what we'll do is go through the incidents on the first lap, go through any other key incidents throughout the race as well, then we'll follow through some of the battles and overtakes and interesting parts as well, do a bit of an analysis. So, riding on board with me here, or riding above me, I should say, in the chopper. We've got a good run out onto the back straight. Actually backed out a little bit going into the bus stop because I knew that it was going to compress up and I wanted to make sure I wasn't sending it into a closing gap or into the vortex of danger as it's called. So I backed out here, left room on the inside there as well, not quite sure what was going to happen, but everybody kept it nice and clean. Everybody was very respectful there. And then we had a nice big bunch up with a little bit of carnage outside. So Matthew got a little bit, I think it was Matthew, got a little bit of a tap there, and this is where I gave him a bit of a touch. So just glanced in there, trying to leave room on the outside, but thankfully that didn't spear him off into the wall. It very could have easily sent him off into the shadow realm there. So apologies for that little tap there. That was my mistake, just trying to leave room on the inside for that car rejoining. So more contact there, the car into the pits as well. So that was another position gained. And then I switched to the inside here. Wasn't quite sure what was going to happen. This is where I probably could have got the move done on both of them, I think. But just a little bit overly cautious there. Yeah, I don't know. If I'd sent that, it would have been a send. It would have been a dive bomb. So probably sensible that I didn't go for it. But I did leave the door open on the outside to get past by car 12 there. If I hadn't done that, then I probably would have kept that position. And he did actually end up racing off into the distance. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's a lesson learned or not. You guys let me know what you think. But through the bus stop again. Nothing particularly interesting going on here. So let's fast forward a little bit to the next key moment. So start of lap 4 here, we'd actually caught back up to Sergey in front here. He was in full offense mode, which was causing the field to bunch up a little bit. And I had a really good run here. I did have a good slipstream. I had quite a bit more pace, but he was weaving all over the place. I wasn't sure which way to go. Wasn't too keen on sending it down the inside, so broke nice and early. And then he missed, and there was that little tap there. So we had to just try and make sure we hit him. I knew I was going to hit him. Just tried to hit him as square as I possibly could there. So lap 5 now, let's follow on board with Brian behind me. So he's the last car on your screen there. Let's see how much extra speed he's carrying out onto the back straight. Switch to the inside. Not an aggressive block there by any means, but just kept the line closed. I was just trying to back him up into the car behind as much as I could without compromising my exits. That was the key. So I was slowing down more than I needed to on the entries into the corner to back him up so he couldn't get the exit. And then I was trying to make sure I didn't compromise my own exit and trying to hang on to the back of Sergey in front of me as much as I possibly could as well. And I felt like I struck a pretty good balance throughout the race of, you know, not falling too far off the back of Sergey. I feel like I probably could have kept with him if I wasn't having to be defensive, but just in covering all those lines, definitely dropped me back a little bit. But yeah, I was again, I'm keen to hear your thoughts on this, but I was really happy with how I drove that race. I think that was a pretty sensible race, probably one of my most sensible races yet. And Brian actually sent me a message afterward as well to say that he enjoyed the race and thanks for the good defense as well. So clearly he didn't feel that I'd done anything too overly aggressive. Let's watch again here now onto the back straight. He's definitely carrying more speed through turn one, which is what's benefiting him all the way down here. Obviously a little bit of slipstream there too, but leaving enough room on the outside there. Just closing it off. Obviously I'm aware that he's not along my side there where I move out a little bit to take the corner, try and open up the corner as much as I possibly can. And you can see how that's backing him up into the car behind him as well. So the aim was to just constantly have him in some form of defense so he couldn't focus 100% on attacking me. And again, lap 7. This gives us a good perspective here. So right up alongside, braking really early there. So, I mean, he could have been way more aggressive there, but I think that's the difference between a 2500 iRating driver and a 1500 iRating driver. Is the 1500 iRating drivers go for those moves. You know, they shoot around the outside. And the race before this one, I got taken out by somebody trying to do that and just pinching me on the apex. I had nowhere to go. So yeah, he was driving extremely respectfully, I think. And you know, for him, that's the difference between gaining or losing iRating and holding on to a 7th position instead of ending up last. So, you know, sometimes you'll get the 5th instead of the 6th, but more than likely you'll end up at the back of the field and taking the other guy out as well. So yeah, really respectful drive from him. So lap 8 now. This was, I think, the closest run he had on me down the back straight. He actually had to back out a little bit there to avoid hitting me, which put him back into the next car. And I think there was a little bit of an incident between the two of them coming into the bus stop here. So what happened? He just outbroke himself. Okay. And he would have got a slowdown, obviously, for that as well. So again, on lap 9 here, another really good run on me. But I just had to make sure I kept on covering that inside. I knew the moment he got a wheel on me on the inside, that was it. He was done and he'd be off into the distance because I knew he had a lot more pace than me. So it was just about covering that inside line. Not at all costs, but, you know, within all reasonable costs, let's just say. And lap 13, this is where Matthew, in the Golf livery, got right back up with us again. So, yeah, I really wasn't sure I'd be able to hold on to it here. I was just hoping that Matthew would keep Brian under enough pressure. Leaving enough space, more than a car's width there. And again, yeah, he just wasn't far enough on me to, far enough up on me to make the move stick. Thought the better of it. But he actually got a really good exit out of this turn as well. And I wasn't, because I knew that I was a lot slower than him through the last sequence of corners as well. So I was really, and again, just making sure he couldn't get a wheel on me on the inside, covering that inside line, making sure he was committed to the outside line. He thought about switching it there on me, but again, just leaving him just enough room there. Turning in nice and early to cover that inside line once again. And just backing him into Matthew constantly. I feel a little bit bad about that, but I don't think I did anything disrespectful. I think it was a nice, clean race. So, yeah, that was it. Really happy with that drive. I think that's definitely one of my best ones, and keen to hear what your thoughts are on that as well. And again, if you are watching, guys, yeah, thank you very much for that. That was a really enjoyable race. So let's have a look at the results now. Okay, so as I mentioned before, we qualified on 14th on the grid, ended up in 6th position. Definitely can't complain about that. We did have that 4Xer for the square contact that we had with Sergey through the bus stop chicane. We were really lucky that we didn't end up both in the shadow realm for that one. We also had that side-by-side contact with Matthew earlier on as well. I'm very lucky that didn't spear him off into the wall. It very easily could have. But other than that, very clean race. I think I had a 1 off track as well. Maybe we actually didn't even get a incident registered for the contact with Matthew earlier. Yeah, not sure what happened there because we only actually ended up with 5 incident points where I think we should have had 6. So yeah, interesting there. But it is what it is. But yeah, we were top split, strength of field 2059, which is pretty much exactly where we are on our iRating. Had a bad race, as I mentioned before, the race before this one. Otherwise, we'd be back up around about the 2100 mark. Got taken out in the bus stop chicane on lap 2, unfortunately. And yeah, ended up finishing the race, but way down the order. And it was a large variance in the strength of field in that race as well. So unfortunately, I finished behind a lot of people that had a much lower iRating than I did. But pace-wise here, let's scroll down a little bit so you guys can see. How did we go? So 109.9, around about the same pace as the guys behind, but obviously we know Brian would have been way off into the distance if he'd been able to get past me, so I'm sure he would have been up and maybe battling for a podium, but couldn't get past, so it is what it is. Yeah, there was definitely some time on the table there through for everywhere on the track, but particularly I think turn 1, I'm not getting the exit that I need, and probably the last 2 corners as well. Probably losing a little bit of time there, being a little bit conservative, but that's just experience. I might try and do a couple more races tonight and see if I can pick up that time. Haven't actually watched the VRS video yet this week either, so should check that out too. But yeah, look, overall, you can't complain about 14th to 6th. So yeah, good race. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one as much as I enjoyed filming it. That was probably one of the most enjoyable races I think I've ever had. So leave a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Make sure you're subbed as well so you don't miss future videos. We are going to be doing a bunch of other racing content this week. We need a bit of a break from the reviews after the crazy week and a half that we've had with all the new Fanatec drops. So yeah, we're going to be doing we'll be doing a look at the GT DD Pro in Gran Turismo Sport on the PlayStation 5. So that will be coming this week. Just needed to spend some time familiarizing myself with the title before you know, sharing too much about it. So looking forward to doing that. Also need to check out the new ACC update as well as the Automobilista 2 update. So lots of exciting things happening that I think are going to allow us to make even better content. So lots of exciting things to cover over the next week or so. Make sure you're subbed so you don't miss out on all that content. And I will see you again soon. Bye.